Hello everyone, welcome back to Shiksha Proficient Academy. So today we will learn ninth standards poem 1.3 Have You Ever Seen? The poet of this poem is unknown, so it is written anonymous. Anonymous means unknown or the person we don't know their identity. So before we move to the explanation part, let us first recite this poem.
Have you ever seen a sheet on a riverbed? Or a single hair from a hammer's head? Has the foot of a mountain any toes? And is there a pair of garden hose? Does the needle ever wink its eye? Why doesn't the wing of a building fly? Can you tickle the ribs of a parasol? Or open the trunk of a tree at all? Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite? Have the hands of a clock any left or right? Can the garden plot be deep and dark? And what is the sound of the birch's bark?
Now, as you can see, this poem is divided into three paragraphs with four lines in each para. It follows the rhyme scheme AABB. The poem Have You Ever Seen is an interesting and amusing poem. The poet has made use of plenty of puns just for fun and enjoyment. Puns, as you know, it is a figure of speech. You can find the link to it in the description box. The reader is expected to enjoy the play on words and appreciate how the same words can have different meanings. See, English is a vast language where a single word can have multiple meanings. Words that have the same spelling but differ in meaning when used in different contexts are called homographs. Like they have same spelling, they are the same word, but they have multiple meanings and we can use it according to our way. So the poet has used such homographs in the entire poem and made us to wonder and imagine scenarios. He has made use of pun and made this poem humorous. Let us look at the poem line by line.
Have you ever seen a sheet on a riverbed?
Here we know bed is a piece of furniture we sleep on. We also cover our bed mattress with a bed sheet. Also, the bottom of the river or a sea is known as riverbed. Here poet links the word bed and wonders, has anyone seen a bed sheet on a riverbed?
Or a single hair from a hammer's head?
The upper part of human body is called head and humans have hair on it. But the part of hammer with which we hit a nail is also called as head. So the poet is asking, have you ever seen a single hair on hammer's head?
Has the foot of a mountain any toes?
So in this line we see, foot is a part of the leg on which a person stands or moves. The base of a mountain is also called as foot. So the poet here is asking if the foot of a mountain has toes just like human feet or human foot.
And is there a pair of garden hose?
In the fourth line, here we see hose means socks or stockings. We know that these long socks or such stockings are always sold in a pair. So poet here links stockings to a garden hose. Garden hose means a flexible pipe or a tube that we use to water plants. Poet wonders, does garden hose come in a pair just like we buy a pair of socks?
Does the needle ever wink its eye?
In this line, eye of a needle is that hole at the blunt end of a needle to pass a thread. So the poet links the eye of a needle with a human eye, the organ that is used to see, the organ of sight in one's face. So poet is asking, does needle eye wink just like human eye?
Why doesn't the wing of a building fly?
Here in this line, we know wing is an organ in birds meant for flying. But wing of a building means a section of a building like A wing, B wing, C wing, etc. So here, poet is wondering, why doesn't the wing of a building fly?
Can you tickle the ribs of a parasol?
Now we are familiar with that the curved bones extending from the spine are known as ribs. But poet links it to the ribs of a parasol. Parasol is nothing but the kind of umbrella one uses to protect from sunlight. Umbrellas are used to protect from rain and parasols are used to protect us from sunlight. So ribs of parasol. Most umbrellas or parasols consist of a central stick to which a number of ribs are attached. So poet here asks if we can tickle these ribs just like humans.
Or open the trunk of a tree at all?
A large storage box is known as a trunk. It was commonly found in primitive times. But poet here links it to the woody stem of a tree, which is also known as trunk. He is asking if we can open the tree trunk just like a storage box.
Are the teeth of a rake ever going to bite?
Here, rake is a pole with teeth at the end used for collecting leaves. The poet here links the teeth of a rake with the teeth in the mouth, where he asks if rake's teeth too can bite like us.
Have the hands of a clock any left or right?
The end part of the arm beyond the wrist is a hand, but also the pointers on a clock that shows the time are called as hands of a clock. So poet wonders if clock hands too have left side or right side or left hand or right hand just like our hands.
Can the garden plot be deep and dark?
As we know, a small area of a land is known as plot. But poet links that sort of garden land or a garden plot with a plot which is a part of a story or a play. An evil or wicked plan is often called as plot in other terms. We often come across this phrase called planning and plotting. So the poet is asking if the garden plots can also be such deep and so dark.
And what is the sound of the birch's bark?
In this last line, birch is a kind of a tree which has thin outer covering. These hard outer coverings are called as bark. So poet compares tree's bark with a dog's bark or a dog's sound and asks us what is the sound of a bird's bark. So the special feature of this entire poem is that it makes you realize the beauty of the puns used and enjoy this play on words. If you enjoyed this video and explanation, then hit the like button and let me know your views in the comment section. Share with your people and do subscribe the video and घंटी ज़रूर बजा देना. Thank you for watching.